Have you ever hit a chord and felt like your brain was going dark? Like, what is that? You don't always need to know the name of a chord and to actually label it and to spell it. What matters more is the character of that chord, the job that the chord does in that particular piece of music. Because harmony is just that. It is a story, and a story has a plot. And the plot has the beginning, a setup, a drama, and a return to home. Now, let me walk you through 5 points that can help you understand better without obsessing about labels. Point 1, understand the plot. Home, setup, drama, home. Every good story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Home is where you start. It feels grounded, it feels calm. In C major, your tonic, your home is the C chord. But home can wear different outfits. Then you have the setup. That's where things start shifting. Your ears perk up. Chords like D minor or F major feel like you are going somewhere, but it is not exactly that you really have at that point an arrival point. They give you a suggestion. They say something is going to happen, a drama. The drama queen is arriving, and so listen for it. Then comes the drama. That's where all the tension lives. In C major, G7 is your drama queen. So you play C major, and then G7, and that wants to resolve somewhere. So again, we have C, home, setup, F chord, 4, G7, dominant, the drama, and C major. This is the emotional blueprint of any type of piece of music. Obviously, we are talking about tonal music. In post-tonal music, we might have the same thing. You still have a sort of home, for as strange as it can be in post-tonal music. You can have a setup, a drama, and then the resolution. Once you can hear this type of setting, you will understand music so much better. And now let's talk about point 2, the double life of some chords.
And somehow, the next thing you know, the play is almost over. The last scene is about to begin. And you'll remember that you're on a stage, in a theater, an audience in front of you.
Some people, as you might imagine, have a double life, right? They are nice in certain contexts and then very nasty in some other contexts, or really they live 2 different lives at the same time. Some chords behave in the same way. They look like one thing at a certain moment, but at the same time, they are something else. Let's make this example. I will play for you a sequence of chords. In this sequence, we will have one chord which has a double life. For instance, now let's play the C major chord. And then we will add the 7th. Which is not in C major, but who cares? And now we go to F. That feels almost as a resolution, right? So we're resolving dominant, tonic. But then we go to G7. And so in this case, F has a double life. So it is a tonic because coming from dominant C7 to F major tonic. But now this F becomes the predominant to G7, to the dominant, and we go back to C. Point 3, borrowed chords. New clothes, same role. Do you know any of those people who might want to drive a Ferrari just for once in a while? And so they go and they rent a Ferrari for one day. They don't own a Ferrari, but they rent it. Chords behave in the same way. Take, for instance, an F minor chord in the context of C major key. So we might have the same sequence of chords we had before, right? C, F. But in this case, we have C major, F minor, G7, C major. The point is that borrowed chords shift the color. They make the music a little bit darker or brighter, depending on the chord that they're using. They're not changing the plot, they're not changing their function, they're only changing their color. Point 4, the tritone, the tension detector. You know that sound that says, resolve me? That's a tritone. It's your built-in tension detector. In G7, for instance, you have the B and the F, the tritone, 6 half steps apart. That tritone craves for resolution. So B and F, they are pulling towards C and E, which are the resolution. If you are even unsure if a chord is a dominant or not, or if it has a dominant function, just look for the tritone. Do you hear tritone? Then expect the music to come home soon. Point 5, voice leading. How the story moves. Voice leading is the glue that makes the story flow. Good voice leading means that each note moves smoothly to the next, to the next, to the next, from one chord to the next. Tension resolves by step, not by leap. Common tones stay there. So even though you are unsure about the label of a chord, ask yourself this. Does it feel like it is leading somewhere? Is it stepping into tension or out of it? Watch for notes that go up half step or down half step. The notes that fall half step down are usually resolving some tension. Forget the label. Follow the plot. Music is just storytelling, not just flashcards. So instead of naming a chord, next time that you hear some chromatic notes or some chords that you don't know, don't name it, don't label it, but look for what that chord is doing at that spot.